Establish your posture, move your sitting bones away from each other, back a little, and from there, bring your hands forward here on the floor, which makes your pelvis tilt forward and maintain that kind of tilt in the top of the sacrum. Lift the pubic bone towards the navel, sit your tailbone down, and go back to a sitting position. With the tailbone descending, roll your thighs outwardly so the top of your legs wrap around the hip joints. Keeping the navel lifted, move your shoulder tips back, press your shoulder blades into your back rib cage, adjust your head position, close your eyes, join the palms of your hands together on your chest. Use the insides of your wrist to lift your breastbone upward without disturbing the abdomen. Descend the back of your shoulders down towards your elbows. Press your shoulder blades into your back rib cage. Completely relax your face, relax your forehead, relax your eyes, relax your temples, relax your jaw, relax your tongue. And with no expression in your face, turn your attention to your breath. Honoring Patanjali and the yoga tradition, take your full breath in. Yogena chittasya padena vacham malam sharirasya cha vayagena yopa karotam pravaram muninam patanjalim pranjaliranatosmi abahu purushakaram shankha siddharinam Sahasra Shirasam Shvetam Pranamami Patanjalim Hari Om. Pull your head down to your heart and surrender there for a moment. Drop your palms down, open your eyes, and lift your head up. Okay, we lie down in Shavasana. This morning, lie down on a folded blanket, a threefold. So you just take it as you take it from the as it's naturally folded, and then back and fold it once and back into it. Um, place the uneven edge of your blanket towards your body as opposed to towards your head side. Place this well in the middle. And I wanted this like that this morning because of the microphone here, but you can just fold here the edge of your blanket, and that gives you usually a very good head support. Or you can put a blanket um, under your head. Uh, lie down as we do, bend your knees. With the narrow blankets, you'll be able to better um, identify where the bottom ribs are, and like it's going to be a bit more sharp, the feeling there. So place your bottom ribs into the blanket, roll down, move your buttocks away from your legs, and then head support. When you extend your legs, slide your heels on the floor and take one heel off the floor at a time to extend your leg well, and then place it down. Switch your left heel out away from you and then off the floor for a couple of inches and then down. So you extended your legs really well. Press your elbows on the floor to rotate your shoulder blades downward away from the neck. but be careful not towards the spine. Keep them away from the spine. And with your elbows pressing on the floor, you can really connect with your shoulder blades and feel them pressing into your back rib cage, into the back of your rib cage. Rotate your upper arms and forearms. And then before you completely let go, catch the sides of your mat. And as we've done before, like you slide yourself a centimeter back up on your blankets, like you climb your body back up on the blanket, and that helps the skin of your back, the muscles of your back to go away from the head and the legs as well. And then re-rotate your arms outward again. So the thumb sides of your arms descend well down towards the floor, little finger sides of your arms towards the ceiling. Your neck is supported as well as the head. Micro adjust so you feel balanced, symmetrical. The skin is long in the back of the body. Feel that the center of your forehead and nose and middle of the chin and breastbone, navel, pubic bone are in all those points are lined up. So that line is parallel to the wall next to you. Let go of your arms. Let go of your legs. Feel like your arms and legs are long, well, they are long bones. And feel, let both arms release at the same time. Let go of both of your arms, the palms of your hands. Let go of your legs, both legs at once. Feel like your arms are like those stick figure where when we do a stick figure, the arms are two straight lines, the legs are two straight lines. Feel your arms like that they're like two sticks and the legs are two sticks. Let them be completely inert. Relax your forehead, your eyes. Let your forehead release downward towards the floor, your eyes downward towards the back of the socket, your tongue down towards the back of your throat. In other words, let the front of your face be taken by gravity and released towards the back of your head. Let the skin of the face release from your hairline all the way down towards your chin. Soften the skin over your face, the outer corners of your eyes, outer corners of your lips out to the sides. Let go of any expression in your face. And feel the two distinct shape in your trunk where the abdomen is like a circle, it's round, and your rib cage is like a rectangle. Completely relax your abdomen, the whole circumference of your abdomen. And the content of the abdomen. Let your organs, abdominal organs, release down towards the back of your pelvis. Feel your trunk, along the spine at the back, your spine, where it's supported by the blanket. And because our support this morning is more narrow, perhaps you feel more like a sense of length, that um, feeling of rectangle, that shape, where the trunk is like more narrow and perhaps even longer. Notice that the center of your spine, the spine itself is supported and a little bit on either sides of the spine. But the outside of your rib cage is not supported. And as in the back, on the sides of the back rib cage, is not supported, which usually it's supported on the bolster. But there's a bit more freedom there. Let your whole body be completely relaxed and passive. And now turn your attention to your breath. Without changing your breath, feel the movement inside your body, inside your rib cage, abdominal area, and notice where the breath is felt. Notice a bit more closely your exhalations now. Notice how, as the out breath takes place, there is a slightly deeper release in your body. There's a natural surrender and letting go quality that's inherent to the exhalation. Use the awareness of your exhalations to surrender. And now turn your attention to your inhalation without changing it. And notice the two distinct quality in your inhalation, which is one of expansion, and the exhalation, which is one of release. Keep your eyes completely still and passive, and simply notice your inhalations and exhalations for a few more cycles. Let the breath happens completely without you, without your interference, without you changing, impacting. And then just take a few like just two or three free, kind of free Ujjayi style. So breathing in deeper and breathing out deeper without tensing anywhere. Just like kind of really like freestyle, sort of where you just take a slighter, deeper inhalations and exhalation. Have a few of those in a row. And let go. And place your hands on your abdomen. Bend your legs one at a time and pause there. Turn over on your right side, supporting your head with your arm as well as the blanket. Press on your left hand and sit up. So we're going to sit on, let's just sit on this blanket. We won't sit very long, and we're going to go back lying down again. But sit on some height here. Have her belt handy. I mean, you can just, for me, this is ideal height. But if you need to drag your bolster, you don't want to have your knees too high up from the groin. So sit on the bolster if you need, and you can place this blanket here between a blanket folded again in three between your knees and your feet. My knees are supported by my feet, so I don't really need that support, and we won't stay very long at all. But if your knees are hanging off your feet or your shin bones, slide something between them so your knees can rest down well. And then you will use your belt this morning, fold your belt in half. We're going to do something new, which is something that Eve, who is in the studio this morning, her studio, I think all of you know I'm teaching from Biripi country this morning in my yoga teachers, first yoga teachers in Sydney studio. And I learned that from her this week. So you place your belt around your bottom rib cage, which is just like it's really just a little above the navel. So just above the navel, and you can feel also with your hands where the ribs are. It's fairly clear. So it's hard. The ribs are hard, and then at some point it's soft. So it's where it sounds. So it's quite low, and move your elbows back, and you're holding the belt here, and you take your hands forward, and also bring your hands towards each other. We're creating like a corset with that belt, and it makes the ribs um, compact, and it restrains them. So then you can breathe in against the belt. The belt is creating resistance, so therefore it's going to become a lot more obvious that when you breathe in that area, you can going to feel the expansion of the ribs sideways. So you see, if my hands were here, then I could feel I can, the resistance is in my back ribs. But if I bring my hands towards each other at the front, then the resistance in the side here. And that's what we want, is to breathe into the side ribs where the belt is. So move your elbows back towards each other. Now here it will be very, very easy to push the abdomen forward and arch the lower back, which is not what we want. So in fact, use the awareness of the belt on the back ribs to sit the back ribs into the belt a bit. Be careful not to use the belt to push the back ribs forward, but use the belt to move your back ribs towards the belt a bit. And then with your hands here a bit towards each other, then there's a bit of pressure on the side ribs. So then you will breathe out fully, and we'll do a few cycles of Ujjayi, breathing into the bottom side ribs here. So now close your eyes, reestablish your posture, especially be well grounded through your base and your tailbone and pubic bone level. And then breathe out. As you breathe out, the navel goes back. And when you breathe in, breathe into the belt on the sides. So when you do that, try not like the tension should not be too strong on the belt, otherwise it's become too muscular. So it's just a little resistance. The belt offers just a little resistance. And you breathe against that. And then slowly breathe out. Just do it 2 or 3 cycles in a row. And you can modulate yourself how much tension you're holding in the belt. So as you breathe in against the belt, resistance of the belt, you can let go of that resistance a bit. And then slowly breathe out. So after a few cycles, you just pause and release the tension in the belt, normal breathing. And then again, bring your hands a bit closer so there's a bit more resistance on the belt. Breathe out completely. As you breathe out, draw this navel back and then breathe in into the belt. So not only it's defined, the location is defined, which is on the side ribs, but it's also narrow. The belt is narrow, so you're breathing in that narrow band. At the end of your inhalation, pause and slowly, slowly breathe out. Do 1 or 2 cycles in a row or 3, then normal breath. If you need, take your hands down and let go of the belt. And we'll just do that for not very much longer at all, just a little bit longer. So breathing out, navel sits back, breathe in into the belt, feel that narrow band. At the end of your inhalation, pause and slow, soft exhalation where the belt gives you a very clear sense that the ribs are receding on the exhalation. So on the inhalation, you breathe in against the resistance of the belt. And on the exhalation, you can feel the belt tells you how much the ribs are receding. You do 1, 2, or 3 cycles in a row, take a break, and you'll do that same thing again another time. And for this last time that you're doing it, notice if you tend to favor one side, like notice the difference between both sides, which is very common that we favor one side, and try to even it out. So you're breathing against the belt at the same rate and the same kind of velocity on the right side and left side. So both sides ribs expand at the same time at the same rate. If you favor one side, then you have to breathe a little bit more on that side that's less favored. And complete what you are doing. And relax your hands, let the bell drop. Keep your eyes closed for a moment. Feel your breath coming back to its own rhythm. You probably still feel, even though the breath is normal now, you still feel a bit more acutely in the bottom part of your rib cage. And then open your eyes, extend your legs out. And you will go back to the same lying down position that we did at the beginning. And you will lie down with the belt here to start with. So, and you'll have your blanket under your head, of course. And when you lie down, you will place your belt here, so your belt will continue to give you a landmark as to where to focus like that. So you're holding the belt there, you lie down, just your torso, and adjust the head position, buttocks well away, extend your legs one at a time, and just for not very long at all, but you will do the same thing with the belt. So you will do the same we were doing, sitting down, you'll do it lying down. With now your elbows are on the floor, your shoulders are tucked under, and um, with the belt here at the front in the lying position, cross your belt over. So then you can feel that resistance on your side ribs. Now, lying down, you will now take your breath into the side ribs, but a little bit more around towards the back. So it's going to be on the, I call this that side quadrant of the back rib cage. So very similar place on the side ribs, but you just another inch or two behind towards the back body. Okay. So a bit of resistance on the belt, and you try to establish a shavasana with even though the arms are active. This will go on just for a few cycles of breath. So let go well in your legs, your face, your abdomen, your diaphragm. Relax on the insides of your body. And then a little tension on the belt. Breathe out, and when you breathe into this back side quadrants of the bottom rib cage. And you'll feel the side ribs are also expanding. So it's the back, lower corners of the back, bottom rib cage at the back, on the sides of the back, and on the side ribs as well. So the bottom rib cage expands sideways and a little bit at the back. Just for another 2-3 cycles. As you do that, keep your shoulders really relaxed. Your shoulders, your tongue, your jaw, your eyes. And then let go of the belt. Let go of the belt completely. Establish your arm position. Let go of your arms. Let go of your legs. Relax your diaphragm. Relax your abdomen completely. Relax your abdomen, your diaphragm completely. Notice where your breath is happening by itself. Then start to do a few cycles of Ujjayi where you just wait for a moment as I'm describing the sequence. So you'll breathe out completely. So it's like a real flushing out, emptying out of the breath, kind of breath. And then you're going to send your breath same as where it was when we used the belt. So into the back quadrant of the side ribs and in the back. So you're breathing out to the side, into the back side ribs. And then you start to lengthen the breath along the inner walls of the side rib cage. At the end of your inhale, pause, relax your eyes, your jaw, your shoulders. In a slow, soft, steady exhalation, pause, and normal breathing. So we'll just detach the cycles like this one at a time, taking a few normal breaths in between. for a few cycles. So start now breathing out, completely empty the lungs. So it's a sharp flushing exhalation and then breathing in. Your body will remember the imprint of the belt into your side and side back ribs, out to the side first, then upward. So first is a broadening and then a going up into the side rib cage. Slow, soft inhalation. Keep your body relaxed, your face relaxed, your shoulders relaxed. And you don't breathe into the max. You breathe into 80% of the capacity. At the end of your inhalation, pause. Reset your senses. Resedate your senses. And a slow, soft, steady exhalation, normal breathing. Keep doing a few of those cycles on your own. So that width of the belt, which is very narrow, like 1 inch, this is how you want to breathe in this 1 inch at a time, filling in the side rib cage 1 inch at a time. And cover with your breath every nook and cranny of the inner rib cage on the sides. So you fill in that layer. Once the breath has touched everywhere, breathe in the next layer. Once the breath has touched everywhere there, breathe in the next layer. As you do that, eyes completely sedate, jaw sedate, tongue sedate, yourself sedate. Mark the end of your inhalation and let the lungs deflate very slowly on your exhalation. Mark the end of your exhalation. Let go. And then you can do a few cycles at a time if that feels comfortable enough and you don't need to strain. And remember, it's not a training for a sporting event where you want to win. It's not competition with anyone or yourself. So practice to operate within a range that will not affect your equanimity. Bottom side ribs, side and bottom back ribs, and then up, like drawing the breath along like two tunnels, right lung, left lung, filling in at the same rate, one band at a time. As the inhalation comes to an end, bring it more towards the front of the chest. So once you know you have a little breath left, bring it into the front of the chest and let your eyes look down towards your chest. So the heart area, heart region is being expressed upward and forward towards the ceiling and upward towards your head. And your eyes are completely sedated and looking in towards your heart center. So we give expression to the heart upward towards the ceiling, upward towards the head, and the head is surrendered to the heart. The eyes surrender to the heart, the brain surrendered to the heart. And you, at that meeting, you pause and slow, soft exhalation. Do 2 more of these cycles on your own timing. After your 2 cycles, your last 2 cycles, let go completely. And notice where the breath goes. Once you stop interfering with it, with its normal, natural rhythm and place, notice where it goes. Notice what happens to your breath when you let it do its own thing. Notice what happens to your body when you let the breath do its own thing. And notice what happens in your mind. And now you will place your hands on your abdomen and then your legs. Roll on your right side. Stay there for a moment. And sit up. And this morning we will sit down or sit up. We will sit up for just uh, uh, a few minutes here. Put the support that you need under your buttocks, under your knees. In Swastikasana, if you want to sit in Virasana, that's fine. I will do a few cycles here of Ujjayi where you will hold your knees. So this is something we don't do usually, but you will breathe out completely. The abdomen's going to go back. Then you breathe in, and we will follow the same trajectory as we did before. So you breathe out. Then when you breathe in into your side and side lower back ribs, same as we did lying down. Then into the side rib cage. And at the end of your inhalation, you will take your arms like this back into your shoulders. And we'll do it with Dharabandha. You will pause here. And then as you breathe out, you will let go a bit in your arms and your legs. So you breathe out, you breathe in. As you breathe in, you use your arms. Um, we'll create Jala Dharabandha to start with. So chin forward, down, back into the nut. So you're in Jalarabandha. Then you lift your knees and you draw your arms back into your shoulders. The more the breath goes up towards your chest, the more you extend your arms and the more you lift your chest. So you're creating that space for the end of the inhale to be up here. Pause. And as you breathe out, you can let go everywhere a bit. So let's just do a few cycles of that. So close your eyes. First, you don't need to do anything with your knees or your arms, just relax your arms. Breathe out, draw your navel back. Breathe in into your side ribs. So the bottom side and bottom back corners of the back ribs. And then you breathe in, and towards the end of your inhalation is when you extend your arms, pull your arms back into your shoulders to bring your chest right through. And end of the inhalation is at the front chest, eyes to the heart, heart to the eyes, pause, and a slow, soft exhalation, what you let go a bit in your back, in your arms, in your body, normal breath. It's like this Antar Kumbhaka, so holding the breath at the height of the inhalation. Breathe out fully. Breathe in side back and side back ribs up. And as you breathe in towards the end, use your arms to, you can even lift the knees a bit. Take your arms back into your shoulders, shoulder blades into the body, the chest open, and breathing in there. And then eyes downcast, pause. And release slow, soft, steady exhalation, normal breath. And you do one more of those on your own. Breathe out and breathe in into the bottom side and bottom side back ribs. Breathe in, slow, soft inhalation. At the end of your inhalation, activate the arms, draw your arms into your shoulders, pull your chest through, and eyes into your heart. Hold. And a slow, soft, steady exhalation. Release your arms, your body. Keep your eyes closed for a moment. And then extend your legs out and lie down in Shavasana. Um, Whatever, it's going to be a short and sweet Shavasana. So a blanket under your head if it's easy, a bolster, or even just your blanket there under your thighs. Something under your thighs, something under your knees. Move your buttocks towards your blanket or bolster and turn your legs in as you stretch them out well. Rotate your arms outward. Take a moment to position your body well. Grab the sides of your mat to climb your body back on the mat a few centimeters and let go. Let your face melt. Let your skin of your face melt. Let the muscles of your face melt. Relax your jaw. Let your jaw completely release. With your teeth a little apart and lips just slightly joined. Let your eyes recede towards the back of their socket, your tongue towards the back of the mouth, and let your eyes look softly down towards your cheeks. Relax your arm bones into the ground. Relax your leg bones into the ground. Let your legs and arm bones be like four long and heavy sticks. Relax your abdomen. Feel your sacrum well grounded. Relax your abdomen completely. Relax your abdominal organs completely. Release any tension in your abdomen and let the abdomen be like a clear, still body of water. Relax the insides of your rib cage. Notice where the breath is happening. Let your breath be completely passive. And note where the breath reaches the inner body. On the breath in, without you breathing, as the breath comes in, notice where it reaches the inner body. And let that meeting be very soft. And moment by moment, notice how your breath is slowing down. It happens very quickly. Every moment you lie still, your body needs less breath. And now notice where the breath leaves the sensation in your body. When you breathe in, the breath touches the inner body. When you breathe out, the breath leaves the inner body. And at the end of your exhalations, there's absolute stillness. Let your entire body be imbued by this stillness. Your entire being, let it be imbued by this stillness. And from that very still and quiet place, take your mind back to your extremities and your your periphery, your skin, your surroundings, and start to move away from this lying position. Place your hands on your abdomen, bend your legs one at a time. Turn over on your right side and stay on your side for a moment. Press on your left hand and sit up. Close your eyes. Join the palms of your hands together on your chest. In honor of yoga, the yoga masters who have passed down this tradition, and in honor of life itself, if you want to chant Om with me, take a full breath in. Om. We'll head down to your heart and surrender there for a moment. Open your eyes, lift your head up. Thank you. Namaste. Thank you. Namaste. Thank you very much to come on this journey with me.